Well, good afternoon. I have 12 p.m. And let's get started. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us today for it's hard to believe, our last new knowledge session of not only 2023, but of this Grow with Google series. If this is your first time in a session or your 100th time, thanks for attending, and we hope you have been enjoying this series. My name is Sandy Ratliff. I'm with Locus, formerly known as Virginia Community Capital. We are a community development financial institution providing lending, investing, and community innovation services. We're happy to partner in this program with the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, the Virginia Highland Small Business Incubator, and the town of Abington. And it's hard to believe that we've been doing this series since 2014 as a way to support the Washington County Business Challenge, which, by the way, starts next month for our 11th annual of that. Today's session is being recorded for training and education purposes, and as a way to keep the webinar flowing, we have everyone muted and your video off. However, this is a training event, and if you have a question for our presenter, if you will post those in the Q&A section, we will address those during and especially after the session. We're delighted again to have Courtney Stringer, our Grow with Google coach, to lead today's session. If you don't know Courtney, she has worked many years in economic and community development in Southwest Virginia. It's hard to believe, though, that this series we've done, as of today, 10 sessions since June for this Grow with Google session. And I know for myself, I have learned a lot, and I appreciate Courtney leading this. So on to the learning, and I'm going to turn it over to Courtney Stringer, our Grow with Google coach. So Courtney, it's all yours.
Thank you, Sandy, and thank you to each of you all for being here today. We're so thankful to have you with us. So as Sandy said, my name is Courtney Stringer, and I'm the Virginia Grow with Google coach. And Grow with Google is a partnership between Main Street America and 10 different states. And Downtown Whiteville is the representative from Virginia who I am working under. So many of you might want to know, what is Grow with Google? So it's a program that launched in 2017 and has assisted over 8 million Americans. There's a network of 8,500 partners, and the target audience, small business owners, veterans and military families, job seekers, students, educators, startups, and developers. And we have training programs that target each of these audiences. Grow with Google has helped people all across the United States grow their skills, careers, and business by offering free tools, training, and events. As you all know, most brick and mortar businesses had to pivot during the pandemic, and Main Street America conducted a survey to see how they could better serve their downtown businesses who needed to pivot in order to survive. And they found that digital tools was really the key. As I said, we have 10 states that hire digital coaches for the Grow with Google initiative. You have Pennsylvania, Michigan, Iowa, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio, Oregon, and of course us in Virginia. So why Virginia? Google is really invested in Virginia and all the things that are going on here with their businesses. Downtown Whiteville is a leading organization within the Main Street America network, and they have a great team there, and they're centrally located there right off of the interstate. It's easy for them to get someone to far Southwest Virginia or right up the road to Roanoke or Richmond. They have a great team focused on rural communities, and we plan to represent Virginia and provide Google with Virginia rural feedback so they know what our businesses need, what trainings are they not providing that would be helpful, and what are some things that could be tweaked. There's 3 different types of delivery options. We do virtual like we're doing today, and those usually run for about an hour, and always leave time for questions and answers at the end. We do in-person that also runs about an hour, and then one-on-one sessions, which are around 30 minutes, and that's for troubleshooting. So if there's something you hear today, or you go back and watch some of the other 9 new knowledge sessions that Sandy mentioned, and you have a question about any of those, I'll share my email at the end, and you can reach out to me and we can do a one-on-one session to try to troubleshoot whatever issue you're having. All the trainings we offer are free, and we're not going to try to sell you anything. So if you do happen to receive a call from someone trying to sell you something related to Google, it is definitely not from us, and I would be hesitant before I gave them any information. So today's workshop, Launch Your Business with Customer-Focused Marketing. We're going to talk about the basics of customer-focused marketing to help you launch a successful business or enhance the marketing for the business you already have. You're going to learn why marketing is so important. We're going to introduce the marketing funnel and the customer journey and explain how your marketing of your brand, as well as how to engage your customers during their decision process to influence their consideration. You will also learn the methods of conversion and how to build customer loyalty and encourage brand advocacy. So let's start by talking about the marketing funnel and the customer journey. Great marketers don't make stuff, they make meaning. Take a second and think what that means to you. Who are the really great marketers that always catch your eye? The job of marketing is to make your products and overall brand meaningful for customers. That's what creates a customer base that is loyal to your brand, selecting your products over others. But how does that begin? Where do you even start? So this is Shalyn and Sharika, and they are the founders of a business called TW Tote. Shalyn couldn't find a professional way to carry his lunch to work. He tried a paper bag, a plastic bag, and even a Velcro mail bag. None of them reflected his style. He looked for a professional lunch bag online and couldn't find anything he liked at a reasonable price point. So he decided to take matters into his own hand, and that's when TW Tote was born, which we hear stories like this all the time, that people have a need and they want to fill that, so they create something on their own. The image on the screen shows Shalyn and Sharika holding a few of their totes. Like most new entrepreneurs, they started out with a passion and a great idea. They had design and engineering skills, and could build the product people wanted, but they didn't know how to market it. Many of their decisions were based on gut instinct. That was great at the start, but they identified and created a product that met a real need. They didn't know how to make their products meaningful for their customers. They knew how to make it meaningful for them and how to work for their need, but not for someone else's. So they quickly realized they needed to learn a lot about marketing. They needed to establish a brand that would reach more customers, sell more products, and build loyalty. At its core, marketing is an ongoing effort to create meaning for your customers. It answers questions like, why should customers buy for your company? What's in it for them? What makes your products, services, and company great? Why should they listen to your advice? What's your backstory? Storytelling helps integrate meaning to your products and brand. It can connect customers with your business on an emotional level. And when customers buy for you, you want them to feel good about their purchase. Your trust and credibility so that your customers want to buy from you. Staying in touch throughout the customer journey will help them think of you first. Excuse me. It's useful to think of marketing as a funnel, a process to take people who are unfamiliar with your products or services and turn them into paying customers. Overall, a main goal of the marketing funnel is to help a business accomplish their goals, whether that be for profit, revenue, new customers, or something else that's important to your business. The first benefit of this framework is that it considers the customer journey. Instead of trying random marketing strategies or sticking with a plan that focuses only on sales, the marketing funnel encourages you to consider the experience a buyer has with your brand. The customer journey is the sum of the experiences consumers go through when interacting with a brand. Awareness is the first phase. When a potential customer discovers you, maybe through word of mouth, a Google search, or an ad. Next, they move into the consideration phase. This is when consumers weigh whether they'll buy from you or your competitor, whether they'll buy your type of product, or something similar, or whether they'll buy it all. If the consumer decides to become your customer, they move into the conversion phase. They may buy one thing, or they may buy many things over a lifetime. Which brings me to the final phase, loyalty. This is when customers are so thrilled with their experience that they turn to your brand first and recommend it to others. For this session, we're going to focus on a 4-stage marketing funnel, which includes awareness, consideration, conversion, and loyalty. Your job as a marketer is to influence customers at every phase of the customer journey. At the awareness phase, your marketing is focused on reaching consumers where they are so they become aware of your brand. During consideration, your marketing is about engaging potential customers by answering questions and building relationships. In the conversion phase, your marketing is about influencing your leads, converting them into paying customers. And lastly, sustaining contact with customers who had a good experience can build loyalty and turn them into brand advocates. At every phase of the customer journey, you have the opportunity to persuade them to move forward with you. The better the marketing, the greater the influence, and the longer the journey. So let's talk about the first phase and how you reach prospects and build awareness of your brand. The customer journey may begin when someone needs something. And like us, many times they turn to Google search. Awareness could be triggered through word of mouth, advertising, trade show marketing, or other types of communication. No matter how the customer finds you, they'll likely continue their research by searching for your business online. To reach prospective customers, you first need to understand who they are so you know how to reach them. Start by identifying who needs your products. Then build a brand that sparks their interest. Once you've defined your ideal marketing and built a solid brand, you have to get your business online. So let's talk about each of these concepts in a little more detail. When it comes to identifying your customers, it's good to think about whose problems you want to solve, who will want the product and the brand experience that you'll create. Understanding exactly who your prospective customer is will guide your marketing. Your brand and products may be useful to just about anybody, but if you don't focus on your most likely customers, you'll spread your message and money too thin. That's where market segmentation comes into play. It helps you narrow your focus. You can start with demographic, which includes things like age, gender, ethnicity, religion, income, and education level. You also want to know about their interests, values, personality, and lifestyle. Then information more location-based, like what size and density of the region or neighborhood they live in, what language they speak, and even the climate where they live. Lastly, behavioral segmentation involves understanding the frequency of your customers' purchases, their use of your products, and their level of loyalty. Customer personas represent a group of similar people in a desirable audience. They are fictional users whose goals and characteristics represent the needs of a larger group of users. Customer personas can help you focus on creating marketing materials for the people who are most likely to buy your products or services. Remember, you'll always have outliers, but you want to target the larger group with your marketing. Naming the person and associating a photo are common marketing practices. Consider this customer persona, Metro Michaela. She's in her mid-30s. She's female. She's single and lives alone in a large city. She's college educated and has a mid-level management job in the fashion industry. Michaela likes to have friends over to cook and drink wine. She dreams of traveling, but spends most of her time in the city shopping at local boutiques and farmers market. So think about this. How would you market a product to Metro Michaela? Think about how you would influence her along the customer journey. What channels would you use to reach her? So take a second to maybe jot some of these down. What type of imagery, words, or tone of voice would appeal to her? What type of product would be important to her? So you're free to add some of those to the chat or just jot them down on a sheet of paper. I'll give you just a second. Once you identify your customers, it's time to create a brand that appeals to them. Branding is more than just choosing a logo you like. A good brand identity connects emotionally to your prospective customers. Your logo design and brand colors will convey certain feelings and even inspire certain actions. Your logo design and brand colors will convey certain feelings and actions. Graphic elements communicate values and interest and should represent what your prospective customers are interested in. Your brand's messaging, tone, and voice also do the same, helping communicate what your brand is about, how it relates to your customer, and how it aligns with their values. These shared values and ideas create the basis of your brand. Before you select a logo or colors, you need to define your values and ideals. TW Tote positions itself as a luxury but approachable brand. They want their products to be accessible while meeting their same standards for quality and style. They use these characteristics to describe who they are, what they want to be, and how they want to be perceived. These values can be written into a brand positioning statement that enables the foundation for your marketing efforts. Pictured on the screen is Shallon and Sharika taking a packed lunch out of one of their totes. And you can see these are very nice lunch totes, but those are also a little more high end for the need that they had, which is taking that to work with them. Your brand positioning statement is your North Star and can also be used externally in your marketing. It should include the customers you serve, which is your audience, what you offer, and how it addresses your customers' needs, how you're the best at what you do, and what differentiates you from the competitors, your unique value proposition, your brand promise or mission. Brand positioning statements need to be brief, clear, and memorable. Good branding creates a cohesive, powerful experience for your customers. So here's a template you can use for your own brand positioning statement. The blue words are the placeholders, and you all will receive a copy of the PowerPoint later in the day or tomorrow from Sandy. So you would replace the 5 placeholders with words that apply to your brand, including the audience, the customer challenge or need, your company name, your product or service, why yours is different, and a brand promise or mission. So let's take a minute and you all fill in those blanks for your business. Let's set a minute here on the timer. And if you need an example, this is the brand positioning statement for TW Tote. So that gives you one to look at and see kind of what you might want to plug in there. Give you about 30 more seconds. Okay, so the TW Tote brand positioning statement is for working professionals who need a stylish and functional lunch bag. TW Tote provides fashionable, insulated, vegan leather totes because everyone deserves a luxurious and functional lunch bag the entire family can use. So look at theirs, maybe search for a few others, and then that way you can have an idea and even go out and look at your competition, see what their brand positioning statement is, and then you can use those to help develop yours and create something that's unique for you. Once you've defined your prospective customers and designed a brand that speaks to them, it's time to get your business online. You may find an audience through existing platforms like social media sites, seller platforms like Etsy, a directory site often made for specific professions like accountants or plumbers. These existing platforms can help you reach specific customers, but using them is like renting an office. You don't own the space, you only lease it. That means the owner can change the space, raise the rent, or even go out of business and leave you in a bind. So be cautious of that if you are using a platform. If you build your brand's presence only on lease platforms, you risk the chance of your sole connection to your customers being wiped out at the whim of the platform. Lease platforms should only be used to supplement your own website. Building your own website ensures you own your online property. You have full control over its contents and how it behaves. You can also grow and customize it as your business grows. Your own website can be optimized for search engines, helping people find you. Google also offers a way to get your business online by creating a free business profile. And we have hosted many sessions that touch on how to create a business profile. So if you do not have one, feel free to go back and watch one of those sessions on the New Knowledge page. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. The business profile displays critical business information to searchers across Google Search and Maps and is optimized for different devices. This doesn't replace a website, but it can help you stand out in search results and draw potential customers to your website. Creating a business profile helps you control the details that Google displays, like business hours, contact information, store locations, photos, videos, and more. And you can see there on the screen what that business profile looks like. And I'm sure you all have seen zillions of these as you search for things on Google. There are also built-in marketing features to communicate with your customers throughout the customer journey. And you can find out more by going to google.com/business. Once consumers discover your brand, some move into the next phase of the customer journey, consideration. Here you can guide customers through the process of evaluating your brand, engaging and influencing them to learn more about you. During the consideration phase, customers are deciding whether or not they want to do business with you. They are evaluating your brand compared to other brands and gathering information to help them decide what to buy. Your marketing strategy is to provide answers to their questions and other details to help them in their evaluation. Engaging your customers during the consideration phase is crucial. Learn about their needs and wants by listening to them, asking questions, and having meaningful conversations. Spend time communicating and delivering valuable information and content to your customers. Your goal during this phase is to build interest and desire in your customer so they want to develop a deeper and longer relationship with your brand. To learn about your customers, listen to their wants and don't make assumptions. Determine their pain points. The better you understand their needs, the better you can create solutions and help communicate those solutions to them. At TW Tote, they discovered that their customers loved their lunch bags, but also needed different types of totes for a variety of uses. You can address the challenges your potential customers have with your industry, products, or with your brand specifically. Analyzing what customers are searching for online will give you insight to what they want and need. By listening and learning, you can figure out how to best serve your customers through your product and your content. You can use Google search to find out what your customers are looking for. Often it's for solutions to their problems. How do your prospective customers search? What terms do they use that can connect them to your products or brand? Searches by TW Totes customers might be around fashionable work bags or style tips. These search terms become the keywords and keyword phrases that should be used regularly throughout your marketing. Most small businesses should have at least 5, but up to 30 keywords or phrases they know their customers use to search for their type of products and expertise. So take a moment and jot down 5 to 10 words that you can identify off the top of your head that would be keywords for your business. So if I was going to search for a product that you serve or sell at your business, what would that be? I'll give you just a second to do that. Whenever you enter a search query, you'll see a list of related searches at the bottom of the search results page. That is what's highlighted on the slide here. TW Tote could type professional lunch bag into the Google search bar and see what related searches come up. Those may be good words or phrases to use in their marketing. A free tool called Google Trends can also help you find keywords and ideas for new content. Google Trends will show you the relative popularity of different search terms on Google. If it has enough data, Trends can show a forecast of search volume and searches experiencing significant growth. You can use it to find and compare the popularity of different words and phrases, determine seasonality of different searches, and see where searches happen geographically. You can also use it to discover related search topics as well. All of this information can help you see what topics people are interested in and create relevant content to publish on your site. And this is a wonderful free tool for you all to be able to use. And things may change just because you type in, say you have jams and jellies and you type in grape jelly. You may think that that's what people are looking for and that's what sends them to your site, but it may not be that at all. So it's really great to see the trends that are going on for the search, people searching for you. Once you know what your customer is looking for, it's time to give them what they want. The shift from listening to communicating begins when you share content that educates and inspires them. Your customers most likely don't know half of what you know about your industry and even less about your specific brand and products. What can you teach your customers? What can you demonstrate? How can you help them, inspire them, and provide resources? Engage with customers by giving them valuable information that proves you're a credible source of information about your industry. Content that builds trust by sharing your expertise and content that's relatable and likable are going to be key to your success. This type of communication isn't about promoting your product specifically. It's about offering information that helps them with their research, essentially trading value for their attention. You can share content, words, photos, videos through many different channels. You don't have to be on all of them, but you do have the opportunity to reach different audiences in different ways through different channels. Think of each of the channels as a means to share your content. Grab someone's attention in the place where your customer likes to spend their time and learn. TW Tote has a YouTube channel with commercial style videos talking about their product features. They also showcase special offers on social media and their blog. There are a lot of choices, so select channels based on where your customers spend time and what best delivers the content you're sharing. Ultimately, you want to drive traffic back to your website and share content directly on your site. If you have a business profile on Google, you can use the post feature to share content that links back to your site. Whatever you can dream of that's interesting, entertaining, and educational to your prospective customers, information that's useful to customers and not necessarily about you. So sorry, I don't know why that popped up. Will engage them on these channels and help them evaluate you further. I know it sounds like a lot, but just remember that you're sharing the content to attract them to your site and trade the value you provide for their attention. No one wants to feel like they're being sold to. That's what scares so many businesses away from marketing. But as long as your marketing is customer focused and appropriate at each phase of the journey, you're actually sharing, not selling. Provide opportunities for your customers to evaluate your brand and products through your content. One page on TW Tote's website describes how their products are made and what makes them special. So what makes your products different from your competitors? You can do this with an FAQ page on your website or a comparison spec sheet to understand your different packages. Create demonstration videos and educational videos that help your customers evaluate your brand. Sampling and free trials are also ways to help customers decide whether or not to buy. Encourage people to sign up for your email list. Through email, you can segment your audience and send personalized communication that continue nurturing your customer relationships during the consideration phase and lead to conversion for those who are ready. Pictured is the How It's Made page on the TW Tote website, which describes the materials used to make the totes and why. Communicating this in a way with your prospective customers helps develop a relationship built on trust, credibility, and likability. These are things you earn by putting in the work we've talked about so far. Beyond sharing great content, you also need to spend time solving their problems, even the ones that come up before they become a paying customer. You can influence their consideration by having conversations, answering questions, and helping your customer evaluate you and your products. Marketing during the consideration phase can be a long process and takes lots of patience. But having a consistent content strategy and dedication to engaging your customers through a variety of channels will solidify a relationship that lasts. So now let's look at another real-world business to help us understand the third and fourth phases of the customer journey. Meet Tracy and Danny, the mother-daughter team behind Wicked Good Cupcakes. In 2010, they took cake decorating classes. Their passion became a business, and their first store opened in 2011. As their reputation grew, they received hundreds of shipping requests, but they couldn't find a way to ship cupcakes and have them arrive fresh and intact. That's when they came up with the big idea, cupcakes in mason jars. I know Sandy's ears are perked right now. By filling jars with layers of cake, frosting, and filling, the cupcake stays fresh for 10 days without refrigeration, and it can be shipped easily. News spread in April 2013. Tracy and Danny debuted their product on ABC Shark Tank in front of 10 million viewers. Wicked Good Cupcakes became the go-to site to buy unique baked goods online. With the appearance on the popular TV show, Wicked Good Cupcakes had achieved brand awareness and were actively engaging with their customers. Their next step was to focus on increasing purchases and turning customers into brand loyal advocates. It was time for Tracy and Danny to do more marketing focused on the conversion and loyalty phases of the customer journey. They needed to learn more about their customers so they could better convert them. They needed to identify opportunities to improve their website and make ways for the entire experience, especially the checkout process, to be more efficient. They also needed to give their customers a reason to come back to the site, share their experiences with them, and eventually become brand advocates. With the help of Wicked Good Cupcakes, we're going to talk about the last two phases of the customer journey, how your marketing can convert more customers during the conversion phase, and turn them into brand loyal customers during the loyal phase. So let's start with the conversion phase. Once your marketing has addressed the awareness and consideration phases of the customer journey, you should have some leads who have become prospects and are ready to become paying customers. In this phase, your job as a marketer is to influence these leads and prospects to become paying customers and be in a conversion. To convert customers, you need to figure out which leads are most like. And to do this, you need to identify the key customer actions that lead to conversion. Then share the right marketing messages and a timely call to action to encourage the purchase with those ready customers. Finally, you'll convert more customers when you streamline the purchase process and make it as easy as possible for them. And we'll go over that in more detail here in just a minute. So how do you know where customers are in their journey? You have to look at their actions. Certain actions signal they're more likely to convert. These key actions may vary depending on your business, but here are some common ones. They sign up for your email list. They submit a form like a request for a quote. They download content like a product brochure, or they watch a video. They sign up for a trial or demo. They download your app, calling you or emailing you to schedule a consultation, placing a product in the online shopping cart, but leaving the site before making a purchase. It's important to remember these key actions won't all be online. For Wicked Good Cupcakes, a key action could be visits to the cupcake truck that's offering samples. When Wicked Good Cupcakes looked into consumer actions, they saw that some website visitors were placing items in their shopping cart but not completing their purchase. That action is signaled at a higher interest level than just visiting the website. They identified these visitors and sent them coupons, giving them a nudge to buy. Think about your business. What customer actions can help you identify people who might be moving through the process and be ready to become customers? So take a second and just think about that and jot maybe one or two down. And if you already have a website, what are some things that you could add to if you don't have a place to sign up for an email list, or you don't have an app? What are those next steps for you? What do those look like? Once you've identified customers ready to make a purchase, it's time to share content and calls to action designed to convert. As I mentioned earlier, Wicked Good Cupcakes sent coupons to people who abandoned their shopping carts. Your conversion efforts could include a discount or special deal like buy one, get one free, or an exclusive offer with more of a VIP feel. You could also send an invitation to special content like a video or an event, or include customer testimonials that share more about your brand or product. Think about what else you could offer as a value-added service, like free shipping, a free tutorial with product specialist, and present these value adds in a way that sounds compelling and time sensitive. You also need to decide where you're going to share this content with the audience you've identified as ready to convert. Consider marketing and advertising channels that let you reach this curated audience. You could use your email marketing platform as well as a digital advertising platform like Google Ads. There are a lot of elements that go into conversion, but one of the easiest ways to convert a customer to make their purchase is as simple as possible. You can create a hassle-free online checkout experience by reducing the number of steps, offering guest checkout as opposed to requiring a sign-in, providing value-added services or benefits with a purchase, and ensuring they feel great about what they're buying. When Wicked Good Cupcakes wanted to make it faster and easier for customers to complete their purchases, they reduced the total number of checkout steps. They also continuously test other checkout options and tweak the process based on the results. For example, they added the option for customers purchasing cupcakes as a gift to record a personalized video that would be sent via email to the recipient. They used Google Analytics to see how those changes affected their sales and made the necessary adjustments as the data come in. Ultimately, conversion works best when you've created a stellar experience at every touch point throughout the customer journey. We've talked about what you should do to convert customers. Now let's look at a tool that can help you accomplish that. Google Analytics is a free tool that can help identify key customer actions that happen on your website. It's one of the most popular website analytic platforms available. It allows you to track the customer journey on your website and app if you have one. Google Analytics will help you discover important information about your website visitors, like how do people find my site? What do customers interact with once they find me online? What demographic groups visit my site the most? What channel drives traffic the most? And which channels and actions drive the most conversion? Google Analytics can help you do better marketing throughout the entire customer journey. Specific to the conversion phase, Google Analytics provides insight to the actions impacting your conversion, helps you identify customers ready to convert, and lets you analyze your conversion processes so you can get more people to complete the actions important to your business. And to learn more, you can go to the g.co/analytics. And again, you'll be receiving a copy of this, so you can go back and look that up if you don't jot it down right now. Another Google tool that can be useful for driving conversion is Google Ads. One of the advantages of digital advertising is the ability to deliver specific content to specific groups of people. This lets you show ads to the right people at the right time, making it more likely that they'll convert into paying customers. For example, you can use Google Ads to put sales messages and incentives in front of people searching for products like yours. Ads can appear on Google search results and many other websites. one being YouTube. There are many formats available: text ads, image ads, shopping ads, and video ads, just to name a few. There are also special types of campaigns. One you may recognize, even if you've never heard of it, is called remarketing. In these campaigns, your ads can appear to a potential customer after he or she visits your website. How many of you have looked up something on a website and then all of a sudden it starts popping back up? That's your remarketing. I always think, okay, somebody's watching me. You can connect your Google Ads and Google Analytics accounts. You're able to create ads directly from your analytics data and learn more about the impact of your ad campaigns. To learn more about Google Ads, here's the information for that, and you can go back and look that up later. Now we're on the final phase of the customer journey, loyalty. As in the other phases, you can influence your customers' actions through focused marketing that sustains loyalty and encourages them to recommend you to others. By giving your customers more to consume and making their experiences great, you can sustain their business and earn their loyalty. Loyal customers think of your brand first over all other brands. This will help encourage them to promote your brand and products to people they know, helping you reach new customers. Have you been an advocate for a business you love? If so, drop that business name in the chat and maybe why you're an advocate for that business. So I'll give you just a second to think about what brand are you really loyal to and why. And as you think about that business, you want to create that same passion for your business with your customers through connection. All customers are not created equal. A customer who stays interested and engaged with your brand and continues shopping with you adds a lot of value to your business. How do you create more of these types of customers? By providing more value to them. You might do this through consistent, excellent customer service, new products, as well as different programs and incentives. Ultimately, you want to keep your customers happy, engaged, and buying from you. Happy customers will naturally tell others about their experiences, but you can also nudge them to do this more with some focused marketing. You can identify customers who are ready for this phase based on their conversions. How long have they been a customer, and if they're speaking out on social media channels about your brand. Building this type of customer loyalty can be done a number of ways and relies on the entire customer experience being stellar up to this point. If they didn't have a good checkout experience, had trouble with a product and didn't get the help they needed, or felt ignored and unsatisfied with their experience or interactions, it will be hard to turn them into brand loyal advocates. At this phase, you want to focus on deepening your relationship with your customers, getting to know them on a personal basis, letting them get to know you, and keeping them happy and engaged. You can do this by staying in touch through whatever channels make sense for your business. Share content that's valuable to your paying customers, product tutorials, video guides, and new product launch information. Providing top-notch customer service will positively impact customer loyalty. So think about these questions. Do they get the help they need? Are you providing all the answers to their questions? Do they feel great about their purchases and interactions with your brand? If you don't know the answers to these questions, it's time to get some feedback. Asking your customers how you're doing or what you can do to be better is highly valuable information for you and will let them know their opinion matters and you care. It will help you continually improve your offerings, service, and overall brand, which will also help build customer loyalty because they know you're willing to listen and that you care. Lastly, think about how you can delight your customers in unexpected ways to further deepen your relationship and differentiate you from your competitors. Have you been involved in a loyalty program? If so, think about the good experiences and then the not so good experiences. And feel free if you want to share any of those in the chat as well. Loyalty programs and incentives will help you sustain the customer loyalty you've built by helping them feel special. You could create a loyalty program based on VIP status, something that offers a special product, sneak peeks, or videos to help them understand your products better. Your program could offer special discounts and perks like occasional coupons or a points reward system. Personalization will go a long way, so you may also want to consider things like sending personalized notes with purchases or special offers on birthdays and anniversaries. Once your customers feel taken care of, even delighted, they'll be more open and encouraged to recommend your brand to people they know. This is so powerful because your current customers most likely associate with people within the same target market, making their friends and connections your next best customers. In fact, 92% of consumers trust word of mouth recommendations over other types of marketing, and customers referred by other customers have a 37% higher retention rate. These are important reasons to not just focus on sustaining loyalty, but encouraging advocacy. Happy customers will naturally spread positive word of mouth. Of course, the opposite is also true, which is why you want to create an excellent customer service experience. You can help your customers spread the word by putting opportunities to advocate your brand in front of them. Start by asking your customers to leave you online reviews. Consider asking your best customers for testimonials or permission to make their experience with you into a case study. You can also create referral programs that incentivize your customers to pass along messages and offers to their friends. Contests and social media sharing opportunities with prize incentives are also a great way to help them help you. Encouraging customers to leave you a review on Google and interacting with them through your business profile is a great place to start. Your happy customers become advocates for your business through the reviews they leave, which becomes a great way for new customers to learn about you in a way they trust. Responding to your reviews in a timely and professional manner shows customers that your business listens to their feedback and can positively influence potential customers. You can respond in the search results and in the Google Maps app. Search for the name of your business and you'll see the option to read and respond to reviews. Keep your replies short and sweet. You can use it as an opportunity to share more solutions and resources with your customers or just simply say thank you. You can definitely ask a customer to leave you a review, just avoid offers to incentivize them to do so. Your replies are a simple but powerful way to build loyalty and encourage advocacy. Your customers are not the only ones who can become brand advocates. Employees, partners, and vendors are great candidates for brand advocacy. Even if they're not actual customers, they have intimate knowledge of your brand and can be encouraged to advocate for you. Paid influencers and affiliates are another form of advocation. Influencers are typically people who have influence among your target audience and the content they share is in line with your brand. Influencers are paid to recommend your brand or a specific product, typically through social media. Affiliates are typically people in your industry who have a wide reach or a lot of traffic on their website. Affiliates receive a percentage of a sale they generate through their advocacy. Take the time to identify your advocates and unleash their advocacy powers. Customer-focused marketing for the awareness and consideration phases of the customer journey starts by defining who your customers are and creating a brand that speaks to them. You'll need to get your business online in order for your customers to reach you and research your company. Spend time listening to prospective customers and learning about them so you can communicate effectively and deliver valuable content. All of this works to develop strong relationships with your customers in the hopes they move into the next phase of the journey. In the last two phases of the customer journey, your marketing is focused on converting your customers and turning them into brand loyal advocates. Not all the people who show initial interest in your brand will move to these phases, so it's important to identify key actions of someone in the consideration phase would take that would likely lead to a conversion. Then you want to identify those customers so you can share timely calls to action that pave the way to a purchase. You'll want to make sure the purchase process is streamlined and easy so you don't lose someone in the process. Once you've landed a customer, keep them happy and satisfied to build their customer loyalty. Implement programs and incentives to sustain their loyalty and encourage their advocacy among everyone they know. You can also create advocacy programs among other people like employees and influencers. Ultimately, their advocacy will lead to more customers entering the awareness phase of the customer journey and keeping the pipeline filled. So, tons of information. Take a moment and think about the ideas we covered today. Can you write down at least one thing that you'll do next to start your action plan to help you launch your business or make updates to your current marketing efforts? I'll give you just a second. You can always go back and fill in the gaps, but jot something down there. What will be your number one action after this today? And here is my contact information, my email, and then this is my personal cell. So don't have the ringer on while I'm at work, but feel free to text me and I will text you back or give you a call when I have a break or after work hours. And I have to thank our partners. First of all, the New Knowledge team. You ladies have been phenomenal. Don't know what we would have done without you. These 10 series have flown by and been so wonderful. And I have also learned so much from each of them. We want to thank Main Street America, Downtown Wytheville, the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center, UVA Wise, Locust, and Virginia Main Street. These amazing partners come together to support this initiative because they recognize the value of the program, our entrepreneurs, and our main streets, and want to see growth in our rural communities and be a resource for each of you. So now I will turn to questions, Miss Sandy. Stop sharing.
Well, I'll just encourage everyone that's online with us. If you have a question, please post that in the Q&A session. But there's a couple things that I wanted to note while folks are commenting. First of all, I wanted to let people know that our 2024 New Knowledge series starts in January. And part of our new series is we have Letterpress Communications that's doing a series on marketing. I think they're doing 4 sessions, February, March, and April. So I encourage folks, because part of that is a lot of the things that you talked about today, Courtney, about getting in, learning more about your customers and how do you reach them, even down to, how do you develop ads and what platforms to use. And as for online activity and promotion, as it continues to grow online, it's so vital for new and existing businesses and organizations to have a marketing plan and have a structure that you refer to, because we all get busy during the day. And if you don't have some kind of structure behind you, you're going to miss out. I always used to do when I did some marketing classes is to give you an example of not planning ahead. You're a florist and Mother's Day is coming and you miss out on that opportunity, because you didn't plan ahead and get the materials on ahead. So that's extremely important. And 2 other things. I like what you noted about to not always be selling. And I don't like that people always are pushing their product and services down your throat. I like to learn more about the people that I do business with or going to do business with. And that's really important. And it helps you to sell your mission about your product and your services and why you're important and why they are important to you to do that. And then the final thing.
I'll also, Sandy, pay a little bit extra for the same exact product if it's somebody that I believe in and somebody who I have a relationship with.
Exactly. I do that all the time. And then the final thing I wanted to mention is I like what you said about brand advocacy through your employees. That is an area that so many businesses lose out on. They want just to shut off, which I can see their point about no no social media at work or anything. And that's one thing, but having your employees be part of your sales team in a way and help build your brand is really, I think, very important. So I don't see any questions so far, but I see our partner, Miss Kathy Lowe at the Virginia Highlands Small Business Incubator. Kathy, do you have any words of wisdom that you'd like to share?
That social media thing at work is a kind of a double-edged sword. If you have a tendency to, on your personal page, post negativity, the business probably doesn't want you as that same person posting something for the business. So, I would just encourage folks to think about what you're posting on Facebook and make sure that negativity doesn't come out even on your personal page. It's awfully important. Employers look at those, and most employers I know of now, before they'll give you a job, go look at your social media pages and kind of gauge your personality by that. So negativity is a big no-no.
Yeah, and I don't like be around negative people myself, but I don't see any questions, Courtney, but first I want to thank you for not only today's session. It takes time to prepare, and you're doing this while you're working your full-time job. So we appreciate your time. And this has been a great series. Over the last 10 sessions, I know I've learned a lot, and I thought I knew a lot about Google, but that's part of growing. And that's why we do these sessions, to help us grow professionally, to learn new skills about product and services. And for those that are attending today, thank you for joining us. And thanks for attending any other sessions that you've done for the New Knowledge program. And I know everybody's busy, but it goes to show a lot about you and your attention to growing as a professional. And as we grow, we build new skills that can help us in our work. Just wanted to put in a plug that our new series of New Knowledge sessions start on January the 10th, and we have 12 sessions through June of 2024. And when I send out a follow-up from today's session with all of the links, I will share the list that you can look at. So we've got a diverse list of workshops coming up, and as well with speakers. And again, we've got some really high caliber people that are going to be sharing content. So I hope that you can join us. And as I always say, if you like today's content, please share with others and help them build their skills. I will be sending out a follow-up email with you later today with the link, so you can watch today's webinar, as well as the slides and some support information that Courtney has given to me. And just wanted to remind everybody that there's over 200 plus workshops on our YouTube channel called New Knowledge, that anything that you want to learn how to do, it's probably there. Let me rephrase that. Anything you want to do in your business to grow it and manage it and so forth, and in your community, is on there. So I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel at New Knowledge and look for those. So again, thanks, Courtney. It's been a great series, and I'm just glad that we were able to partner on this. And
thank you.
Last words?
No, thank you all so much. I appreciate each one of you all and your passion for serving our businesses.
In the words of the immortal Robert Porterfield, if you like us, talk about us. If you don't,
keep your mouth shut.
Exactly. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I'll hope to see you again online with us in 2024 for our new series coming up. So thanks again, and
thank you all.
Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.